Hi everyone, I'm Martha Baker and I'm a sophomore here at Colorado Academy. Everybody has a secret. The Wall Street Journal recently reported that 95% of us have a secret, and the 5% who say they don't are probably lying about it. Today, I wanted to share a story about my cousin Lexa and her secret. Sometimes things happen in life, and they can leave you in shock and in disbelief. Then, when the reality of it all sets in, along with the weight, it can really bring you down, at least for a while. But then that same weight can compel you to do something, because life keeps moving forward, so you have to. Lexa lived two very different lives. One, I have to believe, was her true self, and another which I knew nothing about. The Lexa I knew was the 12-year-old girl who did my hair and makeup every Christmas Eve. The 13-year-old girl who took a purity pledge and shared it with me, granted I was 6. The 16-year-old who I watched cheer at her high school football games. The 17-year-old who babysat me with the colored hair and contacts. The 20-year-old who danced the night away with me to the Grateful Dead, my grandma's 80th birthday. The Lexa I knew was a beautiful, carefree spirit with an infectious laugh. She was so full of love and life that her little body couldn't contain it all. There was always energy bursting out of her. You wanted some. It was contagious. But Lexa had another life, a life full of secrets, lies, and betrayal. This person was the 14-year-old who tried cocaine, the 16-year-old who with friends experimented with prescription pills, the 17-year-old who started smoking heroin for fun, the 19-year-old who started injecting heroin, the 20-year-old who lost herself in an addiction, and the 22-year-old found dead of an overdose. But Lexa, I didn't know, was a smart and clever addict trying to control something that had very much spun out of control. She was so skinny, skin hung off her bones. Her face broke out and her alive eyes were dead and glassy. Lexa's mom said she looked very much like Gollum. The first time I heard of my cousin's addiction was the day she died. At her memorial, there were over 400 people celebrating the life she lived so fast. I remember it was so difficult to see so many people hurt by her life as an addict and by her death. I remember people started singing Amazing Grace. I think that's when I fell apart. My eyes were swollen for days. Since Lexa's death, I've learned a lot about her other life. The reality was she was in and out of rehab several times. My uncle always said she got to the accountability stage, then disappeared, usually to live on the streets, where lying, stealing, and begging were her ways of life. My aunt and uncle would wake up every day not knowing if she was dead or alive. She was near death hundreds of times. My aunt and uncle tried to explain the natural order of things, saying that it didn't involve her dying before them, but she didn't seem to care. It seemed this drug made her forget how to love life, love others, and love herself. She'd been sober for 120 days, an accomplishment. She was looking forward to celebrating her 23rd birthday with family and friends. Her birthday was less than 2 weeks away. Then something happened. Something no one will ever know. She went from wanting to celebrate her 23rd birthday to needing a heroin fix. She was found dead in the bathroom of her halfway house. Her cell phone showed not only 1 but 4 calls to a drug dealer. The EMT that responded to the call said that there were a lot of overdoses that weekend. He said that there must have been some bad junk going around. Most of the junk that hits Colorado travels up the heroin highway from Mexico. And in this case was dealt by a father of 3 living in the suburbs. Even he has his secrets. I think that if I would have known about my cousin's addiction when she was alive, it would have been the end when she died. But because I didn't, it's just the beginning. A few things were enough to get me moving. Heroin creates such a dark and confusion pain, or at least it did for Alexa. I had to try and understand how powerful it was, because it was powerful enough to not only define and change someone's existence, but their true self. To honor Lexa, in hopes of preventing another senseless death, I've created an organization called AngelTracks. And if technology cooperates, our website will be projected in a few seconds. Well then, it doesn't work. If this organization can prevent another person from taking this path in life and prevent another family from feeling the grief and sadness that mine went through, then I know Lex's life will not be in vain. I've talked to professionals here at CA, at Kent Denver, East High School, Urban Peak, and Young American Center, and I've begun to put together my prevention-based curriculum. I would love your support. If anyone wants to contact me about getting involved as a volunteer or as a sponsor, I would love to talk to you. We've also successfully created our website, Facebook, and Instagram page, so if any of you would like to follow or like those sites, the AngelTracks community would greatly appreciate it. Heroin is becoming a social epidemic, and it's affecting kids under 21 like us. And the only people who will find the solution are kids living through it, like us. We need to start talking about this instead of waiting around for another death. We need to start sharing our secrets. Thank you.